It's time for Secret Santa Sudoku because I joined the Cracking the Cryptic as Secret Santa Sudoku solving setting thing. I set some puzzles for someone, and someone set puzzles for me, and it's a Sudoku, and we're gonna solve it. And it's not Christmas anymore, but it's February. But I'll explain like sometime later in the video when I'm stuck. If I'm stuck, maybe I'll do it really quick. But I'll explain why this is so late. But here is the message from my Secret Santa. Hi, Ditman Rat. I hope you're having a good Christmas. I mean, currently I'm not, but okay. You said you liked variant Sudokus that you could solve through mostly pencil marking and coloring. Coloring with a U. Okay, this is a British Santa. So I made a or another country, but so I made a German whisper parody line thermo Sudoku at URL. It was supposed to look a bit like a snowflake, but then I pivoted to reds and greens to make it look Christmassy. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it and that your own puzzle scenting went well. Okay, here's the puzzle. Flip, flop, flake. Don't know how long this will take me to do. I'm going to guess an hour. I have done a couple of these. Like a year or two ago, I did a couple of Marty Sears Rat Run mazes on here that took about an hour. So we'll see how this goes. All right. So I don't think I'm going to explain Sudoku rules right now. I'm just going to read these. Norm rules, Sudoku rules apply, thermometer rules. Okay, I guess I'll explain these parts. Thermometer, German whisper, and parody lines. Okay, let's look at the puzzle. Thermometers. Only got 2 of them. And at the bulb, whatever the digits are in these 3 cells, the bulb has to have the lowest digits out of the 3, and then this can be higher, and then this has to be higher. And then same for these 5. This must be the lowest of these 5. All right. German whispers means that, well, I'll just choose 2 cells. So whatever these 2 cells are, whatever their values are, they have to be at least 5 apart. So if this is 7, then this can't be 8 and 9. It can't be higher. If it's lower, or it is lower, then it has to be 2 or 1. Right? And then that has to be at least 5 apart from this one, which is 5 apart from both of these. Okay. And then the red one, parity with odd and even. So as soon as I figure out one of these, whether it's odd or even, then I'll be able to color in the rest of them as alternating. Okay, so where do I start? Probably with the German whispers. Because I see several locations, or 3 locations, where, well, not necessarily this one, but, okay. So I see 2 locations, here and here, where the 4 numbers they are going to all have to be different. So if this was a 4, the only number 5 away would be 9. If it were 3, then you could have 2 options. You could have 8 and 9. If it were 2, you could have 3 options. If it were 1, then I could have 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and the other ones. And then I was doing all the lower numbers there. But if I did, I could use the same logic for the higher numbers. So we're going to say this is 1, 9. It can either be 1 or 9. Those are the only 2 options. And the exact same here. I can't say the same for these two cells. They could be, well, I'll put 1, 2, 8, 9 for now. They could be 2 or 8 because they only need 3 different types of values to go to. Because this can theoretically repeat in one of those 2 digits. All right, maybe this isn't worth pencil marking, but I asked for pencil marking and I'm doing it. I didn't ask, I demanded pencil marking. Okay. That means 1 and 9 cannot be here. Okay, now we can use the thermometers. At least for one thing. So 9 cannot be anywhere else in this column besides the 2 places I've marked. So it can't be in these. 9 on a thermometer can't be on the lower half of the thermometer. It has to be the highest number. So all of those are out. This one's out. This one's out. Here's the tip of the thermometer. It is 9. And without too much effort, we have figured out our odds and evens, at least for this block. And will that be helpful for anything else? Oh, well, we have 4 evens in there, so that means those are odd. And then we almost have all of our odds here, so a lot of these are going to be even. Okay. Probably more stuff with the German whispers. And just check there's no other constraints. Okay. Well, the 1 has to be in one of these 2. Okay. I don't think that tells me much yet. I do like the symmetry in this puzzle. It's not completely symmetrical because of these 2 thermometers. I think everything else is. But if that's the case, if it's completely rotationally symmetrical, then that means one side of the grid. If you solve one side of the grid, you solve the other. Which I don't always like. But this is not that, so yeah. What was that doing? Let's go here. So if it's 1, then we can say 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that means 9 is in one of the here. If it's a 1. Or it could be a 9. Okay. Oh yeah, a 9 can't go here. Okay, so if there's a 1 here and a 9 here, then if this is 1, this is 9. If this is 9, this is 1. And then down here, if this is 1, this is 1. Right, okay. So whatever I do here, whether it's 1 or a 9, pretty much anything I do, if I choose just 1, if I choose 1 and I just start to try to solve it, then the logic should be the exact same if I had done 9. It's just going, the 9 is going to connect to 1, 2, 3, and 4 instead of 9, 8, 7, and 6. And it'll be the same until I reach the thermometers. So what am I doing? Let's just go for 1 for a little bit. Wait, do I have Okay, I don't have errors on. Good, that's what I thought. I do have these on, which fine. But does this break anything? 8, 7, 6. 6 cannot be here. So this could be... Oh, up. I did figure out something, I think. I think it does have to be 1. Let's do the opposite. If it's 9... and then 1, so we'll disprove this. Then we need 2, 3, and 4 here. If this is 4, then this could only be 9, so it can't be 4. But anyway, the more important thing is if this is a low number, and this must be a pretty high number, it has to be greater than 5. Well, it has to be, if this is 2 or 3, it has to be like 7 or 8, but then we don't have enough space to get up to 9. So this must be a low number, and I can switch my little things here. I don't know if I want to do different colors for, let's do orange for that. And I don't know why it sometimes selects an extra thing. Orange and purple I can do. And then I'll do red and blue for high and low. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but see, this technically could be 876, so I can't say this is a low number yet. But these two are low. These 4 are high. They're 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and of course, didn't see that. Ignore the extra one I did, but on a German Whispers line, you can never have a 5, because it needs to be 5 away from whatever it's next to. So there's only one spot in this column or in this row for the 5. Here we go. And that's our green 5. All right. So to be clear, I color, when I do high and low coloring, I do reds for the high numbers and blues for the cold low numbers. It's going to be 2 or 3. It can't be 4 because it would need to connect to 9, and we already have 9 there. So this could be 8 or 7. 2, 3, 4. This has to be lower than this, so it can be 1 or 2. Let's try. It could go up to 7. It can't be 5. Yeah. It's not quite useful yet. Why did I write that? 6, 7, 8. Okay. Not 2, 3, 4. Okay. What's happened here? Ah, okay. I see what's happened here. I'm going too fast. Hold on. I'm going to put a 6 in here because in this box, 6 has to be one of those two. Which means later on I can make sure it's not there or there. But here, these need to be blue. These need to be red. And we also have the orange if we want to do more odd and even work. It gets messy if we color everything in. if there's both the high and low and the even and odd. Okay, well, now we're getting somewhere. So this is also 6, 7, 8. Can't be 6 because that would be 1. So 7, 8. 7, 8, 7, 8. This has to be 6. Okay. This one has to be 2 or 3. So here's our 4. And maybe it's time for these. Okay, so this could be 1, 2, 3, 4. It could all be blue. I don't think it will be. It seems unlikely, and that would make all of these red. Yeah, let me get rid of my oranges for now. Blue, there you go. I'm not doing anything in that box, so I'll keep that box for now. 9th box. But here, I'll need 3 more reds and a green. But, no, it did. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay. The highest that can be a 6. But, can these two both be... No, they have to be different colors. They have to be different colors. Because if I try to make this blue, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, to keep it a low number to 4. Well, I've used all the other low numbers, so now this has to be high. And if I make this high, that means this has to be high, but that would have to be 6, 7, 8, 9. And again, I've used 6. I've used all of my other high numbers. So these two are different, and then whatever pattern we have here is going to go like that. And then flipped, mirrored for the other ones. So, dang. I'm trying to see where there's any constraints where something can't do much. And it might be these two. I'm going to look one other place first. Corners. If this is low, can it be low? I mean, I think it just can. That would be low too. And what if those are low? I might have something small here. If those are low, then... Okay, I still have room for 4 lows in that column. Barely. Anything I can do with 5s? I don't think so. Okay. 5 cannot be here, so it has to be somewhere here. But, okay. These spots, let's look, finally. Again, let's just say it's 1. Then we need 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be one of them. 9 will be here, here. Let's try. Can we do something like a 2 or an 8? Let's try. So that would need 7, 8, 9, and one of them needs to be repeated. So whatever's here, let's say it's 8, has to be repeated. Oh, 9 there. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna block some stuff out from here. So there's not much room for high notes there. But there's some room. Okay, this might be my first stuck part. Oh, less than 20 minutes. Okay. I've made some progress. I feel like it's going to take longer than an hour, but we'll see. I feel like it must be the German whispers, but I'm going to ignore them for a moment. And go back to odds and evens. There's only room for one more odd here, but does that help anything? I don't think this is right. Let's try over here. I think it's reasonable to suggest that these are 4 even, and these are 5 odd again, but we don't know for sure. The other option is these 4 and these are even. Oops. And these are odd, and then we can't tell the last 2 yet. Does that break anything? Or does the other way break anything? Well, if either of these are even, that means one of them is a 2, and that means the other one is odd. This could be 2 odds, or it could be 1 odd and 1 even. It cannot be 2 evens. I don't think that helps. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places left for 3 evens. Yeah, I mean, that's not constricted or restrained or restricted. This can't be 1. Can't be a 2. And this would be either 7 or 8. And then we have 7, 8, or 9 here. Also, I'm going to get those out again. Let's keep the red and blue. I think this is more important right now. would fill up red there. And then 6 would go in one of those spots. Okay, fine. This would be blue. One of these would be 2. And one of these would be 2. Okay. These would have to be 1, 3, and 4, which would mean this has to be 9. No, if these were low ones. I'm on like 2 levels here of checking stuff, which I don't like to be. I like just 1, maybe 2, but this feels a little bit much. Like I'm putting in 1 number here that I don't know, and now I'm putting in more numbers that I don't know. So that's 2 levels of bifurcating, which you shouldn't need to do, which means that I'm not thinking of it right, probably. But if this is 1, 3, 4, and this is 4, I mean, this might break soon, so I'm going to continue just for a moment. 1, 3, 4. This would be 4. 1 and 3. I don't know. Oh yeah, this would be 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, this is a decent thing to try. Just, can I break the blue here and red here? And unfortunately, I have other things that I've added, so that might break now because of other things, but I will check it anyway. It has to be 1. Oops. It has to be 6. 7, 8. Oh no, this has to be 3. I mean, it's filling in, but I haven't proven anything, and it's... As soon as I did that, I'm getting a whole bunch of numbers, as soon as I guessed. So, theoretically, this will either break soon or just not. And then I will have filled in a whole bunch of numbers for nothing, but hopefully not. There's 8 and 9. There's 2. It all works so far. Okay. So this would be red, and it can't be 6, 7, 9, so it has to be 8. This has to be 8. Oops. I did that. Okay. This is giving me things. I mean, I'm doing this because I don't know what else to do, and I should try to figure out something else. Okay. Oh, stop working! I'm going to be actually kind of mad if I continue this and then I just solve the puzzle because I guessed both of those. So I wonder if I should stop soon. These can't be red. We need 4 reds in here, so 3 of them would be here. And 6. 7. This is the other odd one. This is the other even one. 5. Okay, I think I need to go back. Okay. Nope. There we go. Okay. Further. I did a lot of stuff there. Okay, I'm gonna delete these colors again. So neither of the coloring things are helping me yet. And trying 6, 7, 8, 9 did not help me. So let's try blue and red. Will that do anything? Actually, let me color things in first. That is, color in the things I'm sure about first, before I color in guesses. I'm missing something, but I don't know what. I need to stop guessing. But, I'll continue with this for now. Okay, we're approaching 30 minutes. I mean, well, basically at 30 minutes. And this would be 1 or 2. This would be 8 or 9. I think I did figure out that these can't be the same color. Yeah, I did figure that out. I kind of wish they were the same color, because then I could do like a 1-2 pair here or an 8-9 pair there. But that won't work. So the reason that I haven't done this yet is, well, I had a very busy January in general, but also I've been doing some updates to myself in the lab. Got my goatee colored. That was one of the easier things. My eyes are a little different now and stuff, but basically there was a period of early January where my face was not actually in a viewable state. I was undergoing lab surgery and such. And it took a lot longer than I expected it to. So I kept thinking, okay, I'm going to be able to record this in like 2 days. And then there was a February thing, early February. I was at First Squared. I'm at staff there, so that took up a lot of my time throughout the end of January. And then, yeah, it's just, finally I have a break now. I also want to get some new paws, but we'll see how long that takes. We have blue. Let's think more about 5s. sort of restricted there. I kind of figured that like putting a red here would break something. And I did not see what it broke. I'm still imagining that, because I started with a 2 here. Let's try the other way. What if these are all blue? I mean, these can be red, or we can even still have one of these red. If one of these is red. No, it could be 8 here and 8 here. Okay, never mind. Flip, flop, flake. Is the title a clue of any kind, or is it just, it looks like a snowflake and it's kind of mirror image? You can kind of flip it and flop it. Is that all it's saying? I don't know what else it would be saying, but I'm looking for clues. Come on. I'm going to go to 45, and if I don't make progress, then that's it for today. Or at least this. Maybe I'll try later today, but I might ask for clues. I don't want to. I don't typically solve puzzles that are greater than 2 stars or maybe 3 stars in difficulty. So if this is like a 3 or 4 star, then, well, it's kind of 1 star flake. But it's that is an arbitrary system from Logic Masters Deutschland of ranking puzzle difficulty. And level 1 puzzles are already quite hard for some folks. About let me try parity again. Let me try evens and odds. This needs at least 1 odd. So I'll color it halfway. But it could be 2 odds. Don't have any diagonal constraints. This feels like a good puzzle for a diagonal constraint, but there is not one. Let's see if we can disprove this. That means this is odd, so that means it would be 1. Now, where could 7 go? It could go either here or here. Here's something interesting. If these 3 are odd, then we need to get a lot of purple in here. We need to get a lot of evens. We could get 2 evens in here. We could not get 3 evens. But because of this rule, where we can have a 1 or 2 and then 6, 7, 8, 9 here, right? Or flip it the other way for high or low, but that's not going to change the odds and evens. So it has to be at least 1 of each type here. I'll have 1 of each type and then unknown. Can this be all purple? Because 1 purple and then 2 odds. Getting a little dicey here. Because then we'd have odd, 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 odd. And this place only has room for... it would need 2 purples here. And then 1 of each. Which means that these are both odd. Again, I feel like I'm taking too many steps of guesses. Like, it really was just... Well, now I can't even remember. Did I do multiple guesses here? I'll have to carefully undo and see what happened. What was I saying? Then this is 1 even and 2 odds. It still works. I started there. And we could say a 1 is in here. You know, I found something. Last time I said I found something and I didn't find something that was that useful. But actually, hang on, can we redo? Actually, I think I do have something. Involving these 3 again. I was looking at these 3 actually, but here. So we know this shape here. Okay, the 9. There's always something that I've just missed. So the 9 cannot be in those. Now, the question is, does that do anything important? Well, it means if this is 1 or 2, it can't be 2, because that needs 7, 8, 9. So can we put a 1 here? We would need 6, 7, and 8. Okay, weird thing here. Let's go back to high-low coloring. Oh. That would be 1 there, and then that would be highs here. Well, that's if this is 9, and we know this is 9, so now can we have these 3 be 9? That's the question. Okay. this would have to be blue, and this would have to be blue. And if this is red, then this has to be blue. Still not quite breaking, but I feel like these are important. This can't be one. This has to be one, but yeah. Basically, I think I need to actually be looking at specific numbers, like the 9s, which I didn't expect for a moment. So 9 would have to be either here or here. And that means these would both be red in that row. Okay. So there would be a 5 in here. There would be a 5 here. I like the coloring part, but I just don't like that this is still based off a hunch. And it doesn't seem to be going anywhere yet. And this would have to be 3 because it would have to be odd. Okay, I really thought I had something there. I think I'm close. It is 45 minutes, but let's keep going. And then a 3 would be there. And 1 would be here. Let's color one more thing in. Let's color that and then... Oops. I can't see anything else with that row. Well, I can make these 2 red and these 2 blue. Now we have 4 again. Can I do anything with 1? One could be here if 9's here. This makes this a 2 again. Yeah, we know that. We know that. I keep trying to disprove like basically the same thing, but with slightly more information. Or maybe, because I don't think I could disprove the opposite. I don't think I can disprove the opposite parity. That's not the right word because I'm not talking about odd and even parity, but the high and low parity. Okay, I might be stuck. Let's just try another couple minutes. This is 6, 7, 8. 9, I mean... If 9 can't be here, and it is here, and then it's forced into one of these two. Okay, again, something small, but something plausible. You almost have something happening in this column or this column. With like where 5s can go and where 9s can go. Maybe I should like look at... okay, I'm going to look at 1s, 5s, and 9s in general. And I think that's my last attempt for now. Okay. I don't know how I'd even look at that. Keep looking at 9. Well, let me try the 1, 2, 3, 4, actually. Maybe I can disprove this. And this would be low. I'll see. Oh no, yeah, that would be 4. Okay. This would be 9. No, not 3. What? One of these would be 9. One of these would be 9. This would be 6. This would be 7 or 8. 7 or 8. 1 or 2, but not 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, it really looks like I shouldn't be able to do blue and red. Just because then I have maxed out my capabilities for that row and that column. But that's another guessing point, and I already put this guessing point of this being a low number. Don't want to get any further guessing points. So I can't have 2 blue here, so I need 3 blue in these 4 squares, and 2 of them need to be here, and this would be blue and red. Or blue and green is what I meant to say. Red and green. Blue. Maybe I should be looking at 7s and 8s. Okay, now I'm going to an hour before I stop, which was kind of my plan anyway earlier. These cannot be blue. Oh, both of these have to be blue. Okay, I've got more coloring with just one guess. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, no. That's not another guess. Okay. So if this is blue, then this also has to be blue. Yeah, if this is blue, this is blue, this is blue. Okay. So I can go a little bit further without a second guess point. Bifurcation point. That means what? What does it mean? It means 2 here. Which means 2 here. Which means 2 here. Two here. Oh, it would have to be 2 here in this group because this has to be odd. Two in one of these. And 2 in any of those. All right. I think this is what I was doing earlier, where I was just filling a whole bunch in. I don't think I've particularly learned anything extra this time. Let's make you green finally. But well, that does mean that all of these are odd now. Let's highlight our odd numbers. Oh, there. Well, okay. Let me switch again. I keep feeling like I'm almost at something. This cannot be 2, so it has to be 1 or 3. Because this would have to be 2. Yeah, I did say that, actually. Don't know why I didn't write it in. It's just because I don't like guessing. Have to be 2, 4. Oops, not 1 and 3, 6 and 8. Did that finally break it? Did that finally break it? I have 2, 4, 6, 8, all looking at an even cell. Let me make sure that works. If I go all the way back. Okay. To make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Further than this. So I was. That's so much to do to figure out. There's got to be another way, but I'm gonna trust it. So, thinking, is this blue? Then I can figure out. These are red. And red there, and blue. And if that, then this cannot, this has to be 2. Neither 9 or 2 can go in here. Well, this is 1 through 4. So, yeah, of course, I can fill these in. It has to be 4, right? It has to be 3 and 1. This has to be 9. And we have to have 7 and 8. We have to have the 3 here. We have to have the 2 here. So I've got the 2, 4 pointed there already. What about the 6 and 8? How did I get to the 6 and 8? Three. That has to be 8. Okay. Then this has to be 6. One of these two has to be 6. It has to be 7 to go to 8. 7. This has to be 6 or 8. Can't be 6, it has to be 8. These all work, right? So I can't say something there. This would have to be a 2. Yeah, based on this, and based on being the only one out of its row. This has to be 5 away, this has to be at least 5 away, and there's 2 and 3 there. And then 2 and 4, so that has to be 2. Oh, well, there's another thing. Okay, here's one thing that's a little easier. Both of those 8s cover that. So 8 would need to be in here, which are all orange. Okay, so that is definitely proven. And it's over an hour now, but I made some sort of progress. Let's see what that does. So if I fill out these, then fill out these and these, I get 8 and 8, which blocks those. Okay. Or eventually I could get a 6 here. That means this is red. Wow, wow. Let's get our reds in. Okay. Let's keep that there. And then, just so we have that in one section at least. So 9 still has to be in one of those two, so this has to be 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, 9. So this could be either blue or it could be 5. Oh, well, no, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is blue. This is blue. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, I did not like how long it took to get here, but now we're on the place where I do like coloring. And I like finding how these all match up together. So still, either one of those could be 1. 9 goes in one of those. That's a 5-9 pair, actually. And we have 2 blues here. We have 2 reds here. And this is a 5 and something pair. Nine can go in one of those. Okay, okay. This has to be at least 3, which this means this has to be at least 8. Anywhere else where I see 4 blues and 4 reds. Need 2 blues here. One blue and green. I'm gonna not do those split ones right now. Yeah. I bet there was an easier way to figure out those 8s, by the way. But don't care about that right now. Okay. Forget about it. So this has to be at least 3, I said. And one of these 2 has to be a 9, I said. One of them. one of these two has to be a 7. Because of the 7s here. 7 in one of these two. 7 in one of these two. Okay. You know what? So far, this is exactly rotationally symmetrical, but the challenge has been if I can prove it or not. And I do appreciate that challenge better than one that's just obvious from the start. Like, I knew this could be rotationally symmetrical, but it depends basically whether one is here or here. I think that's the only thing that will possibly break it. Have I tried putting one here? Should I try that? Let's do that. Let's do one here, which we'll put, because of these, we'll put a one here. I'm not going to go as far this time. I'm just going to see if it makes me think of anything. I do know this needs to be 8 or 9. Yeah. Okay, I will say at about 90 minutes, I'm going to have to just stop because I have something going on. Okay. I'm going to try to do the double coloring at the same time and see if I can get anything out of it. Oops, well, I circled the wrong ones, but I'll make those purple. That was orange. Okay. At least one of these orange. Now I gotta delete the other stuff. Two of these are purple and one orange. So I'm gonna do it like that. Pretend blue is purple. I know for this one there has to be at least one of each. For whatever reason I figured out earlier. I want to be sure of that though. Oh yeah, I know why. Okay. Because if this is a 9 or a 1, I can't remember what color it would have been now, but then this would be 1, 2, 3, 4 are the options. There's only, you can't have 3 odds or 3 evens. here there has to be at least one even. And here there has to be one. Okay. Did I not? Oh, jeez. Why am I not seeing these things? We still have this blue, so it's a low. And let me undo these oranges and the purples that I just did, and this orange. It's gonna be 7, 8, or 9. 6 can't be here or there, or in those two. So only 2 places for 6. You know what? Here we go. Maybe I'll finish this in 90 minutes. I can give myself like 100, maybe 105 or something, actually. But let's see if I can do it. This, same idea. 8 there. This is 3, 2, or 1. This cannot be 8 or 9. It has to be 6 or 7. This has to be 8. One of those is 8. Two, 3, 6, 7. So this is 5, 6, 7. And this is 3, 4, 5. So no, this still could be 3. Could it? It'd have to be 1, 4. Sorry, this would be 3. This would be 2. This would be 1. Then 4, 5. It can work. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Still works. Blue. Come on, let me actually put these things in that I keep talking about and then not using. Oh, 7 here means no 7 in either of those. Okay, we might be able to do this. I think we can. Green there. Still don't know 2 or 3, but let's see. 8's one of those. 9. Can I put a 9 here? Can I put a 9 here? I think I can. Up. 5, 9 pair. Okay, 5, 9. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 3, 4 in here. 1, 3, 4. This can't be 4. 4 in one of these two, and these are both blue. Got it, got it, got it. Oh, 7 there, very nice. I'm not seeing even the reds. Those are hard for me to see a little bit. But that means 7, 8, 6. I think the 1, 2, 3, 4 I can't get yet. That's still 3, 4, 3, 4. And 7. 7. Is that? No. That's fine. Okay. I'm losing the ability to speak a little bit. Just to think and talk at the same time. That ability. But it's still... We still have time. So annoying that I can get one of these. I can get the 9, but I can't get this yet. If I try to... Yeah, I tried that. I tried 1 here, 2 here. And it didn't immediately break. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. This cannot be 2 or 4. 2, 4 here. So these two are 2, 4. These two are 6, 8. And 5, 7, 9. Two, 4. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Don't know about 3 or 4 here yet. We might? No, we don't. That's okay. And then we can say these are all odd again, and these are all even. And that means 6 and 8 are here. 2 and 4 are here. 4 can't go here. Has to go there. So it can't go there. And here, only 6 is available. Oh, there has to be 1 if that's 6. This has to be 9. Has to be 8. Has to be 6 here. This is 6. This is 8. I'm going to actually delete my oranges and purples, because those I can memorize. Those are in a nice, neat pattern. And here's a 5. And a 5. 2 and 4 will be blue, as will those 2. These are red. Here's another one. Yep. We can do it. We're going to do it. It's all coming together. 1 and 3 has to be 3. Two, 4. 2, 3, 4. There's got to be something easier like this one here. And it is still symmetrical. Yeah. Okay. This has to be 1. I got that because of coloring, even though I hadn't fully colored. Oh, that's going to be a 9. This is 1 or 3, right? It can't be 1. This has to be 3. Oops. And 2, 3, 4, 2, 4 there, 6, 8 there. Three, so 5 and 1. 5 is here. Can't get those 5s quite yet. We're at 85 minutes. Okay. I'm getting a little tired, but we still got it. Just cleaning up a little bit. Oh. There's a 7. This cannot, well, yeah. I was going to say it can't be 4, but there's a 4 there anyway. There's a 1 there, so it has to be 2, 3, 4. It has to be 9. This has to be 4. Can't be 4. And 8 or 7 again. This has to be an odd number. It can't be 9. And it has to be high. So it's 7. Oh, I could do the same thing here with 3. Excellent. Some overlapping rules there. Great. I've just been looking at it too long, so I should be able to find all of these faster by now, but I've been doing this a bit too much now, and I can't even see the red outlines, even though I'm using those. I can see the red 2. Okay, get rid of the 2. Give it a 1. Okay. 1, 4, blue. We're very nearly done with coloring, too, which will help. So 3, 7, 9, can't quite do. No, there are 2 3s. Okay. So I'm going to do 3, 7, 9. And 5. Okay, let's finish those 5s. And then red. Okay, here we are. 9, 9, 7, 6. That's all the reds. Is that the last one? 88 minutes. Okay, solve counter 7, so 6 other people have solved this. I'm guessing all testers, because, well, no, yeah, because I have not put this in the Secret Santa showcase. I have not put it there yet. So, I am curious how so many people have solved it. But, what are my thoughts on this? Immediate thoughts are, actually, it is the type of puzzle I like. It is just, either I missed something I should have seen, or it is a level above what I usually do. But I mean, 90 minutes is what, 88 instead of 60. That's not bad. Anything else? I will say that I am theoretically going to be doing more of this kind of stream or video. I don't know. I'm a rat of all trades. That's what it says on the, I don't think it actually says that anywhere, but I call myself rat of all trades because I do a whole bunch of things and I have a whole bunch of projects I want to do. And one thing I'm considering is a once a week thing. Right now my freest day is Tuesday. It's Tuesday right now, so I might do some sort of puzzle on Tuesday or showcase one of my puzzles. But this was a longer one. I'd have to find something. I'd have to find puzzles that I know I can do a little bit faster than this. But I did it. I did it. Okay, and like I said, I was going to stop at like 90 minutes because I got other stuff to do, so I'm going to do other stuff. Squeak you later.